Ladies and gentlemen, time is the most precious resource you will ever have. Each moment is a fleeting opportunity, a gift waiting to be unwrapped. Yet, how often do we let time slip through our fingers, assuming there's always more of it to come? Imagine if today were your last chance to take action, to dream boldly, and to live fully. How differently would you move? What would you stop delaying? The secret is this: act as if you have no time left, and watch how life aligns to your urgency. The power of now lies in its simplicity and undeniable truth. The present moment is all we truly have. When we live as if there's always more time, we unconsciously defer our dreams, delaying the steps necessary to create the life we desire. This delay becomes a pattern, a habit of waiting for a better time, a clearer mind, or a more favorable set of circumstances. Yet the reality is that the only time we can act is right now. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. What you do in this moment is what shapes your destiny. To understand the power of now, consider how much of your energy is spent on two things: regretting the past and worrying about the future. These two states of mind rob you of the present. Regret keeps you tethered to what has already happened, while worry drags you toward an imagined future that may never come to pass. Neither state allows you to harness the potential of the moment you are in. Acting as if you have no time left forces you to shift your focus entirely to the now. It's not about what you should have done or what you hope to do someday. It's about what you can do this instant. Living in the now doesn't mean acting recklessly or without thought. It means recognizing that every action you take today is a seed you plant for tomorrow. If you don't take action now, that seed will remain dormant, and the harvest you desire will never come. Each day is an opportunity to move closer to your goals, to build the life you envision. But this requires urgency, not panic, but purposeful urgency, a deep awareness that time is finite, and that delaying action serves no one, least of all yourself. Consider the dreams you've been carrying for years. Maybe it's starting a business, writing a book, pursuing a relationship, or transforming your health. How often do you tell yourself that you'll begin tomorrow, or next week, or when the timing feels perfect? The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. The stars won't align in some magical way to make the path easier. You must create the perfect time by deciding that now is the moment to begin. Action taken today, no matter how small, is infinitely more powerful than the grandest plan that remains unexecuted. When you act in the now, you step into a state of flow. You stop overthinking and second-guessing. You trust yourself in the process, knowing that every step forward is progress, even if it's not perfect. Perfection is an illusion that keeps many people stuck. Acting now requires courage, but it's the kind of courage that transforms lives. It's not about eliminating fear, but choosing to move forward despite it. Acting as if you have no time left also brings clarity to what truly matters. When you recognize the finite nature of time, you stop wasting it on trivial pursuits or distractions. You begin to prioritize what aligns with your highest goals and values. You stop saying yes to things that don't serve you, and you start saying yes to the things that propel you forward. This clarity is a byproduct of urgency. When time feels short, your focus sharpens, and your actions become deliberate. The power of now also lies in its ability to create momentum. When you take action today, you build confidence in your ability to keep moving forward. Each step reinforces your belief in what's possible. Small wins accumulate, creating a ripple effect that propels you toward bigger victories. Momentum is powerful because it transforms action into habit. And once something becomes a habit, it no longer feels like a chore. It becomes a natural part of who you are. Ultimately, living in the now is about reclaiming your agency. It's about recognizing that you are not a passive observer of your life, but an active participant. You have the power to choose, to act, to create. The moment you stop waiting for the right time and start living as if this moment is all you have, everything changes. You stop being a victim of circumstance and start becoming the architect of your destiny. This is the essence of the power of now. It puts you in control of your life and your future. The question is, will you seize it? Excuses are the silent killers of dreams. They come dressed as rationalizations, as seemingly valid reasons why something cannot be done. They whisper that conditions aren't right, that you aren't ready, or that there's always tomorrow. These excuses, however, are nothing more than barriers you constructed between yourself and your goals. Acting as if you have no time left demands that you confront and dismantle these excuses with unwavering determination. Excuses often stem from fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. It's easier to say, I'll start when I feel more prepared, than to risk stepping into uncertainty. But if you wait until every fear has subsided, you'll wait forever. Fear is not a valid reason to delay. It's a sign that you're approaching something meaningful. When you act as though there's no time left, you force yourself to face your fears head on. You stop giving them the power to dictate your actions. Excuses also thrive in the illusion of time. You tell yourself that there's no harm in waiting a day, a week, or even a year to begin. But each moment you spend waiting is a moment lost. The more you indulge excuses, the stronger they become. They root themselves in your mind, creating a false narrative that progress is always just out of reach. Acting with urgency disrupts this narrative. When you operate as if time is running out, you strip away the luxury of delay. You replace hesitation with action. No matter how small or imperfect that action may be. Excuses often masquerade as logic. You might say, I don't have enough money, I'm too busy, or I'm not experienced enough. While these statements may hold some truth, they are rarely the insurmountable obstacles they appear to be. More often, they are challenges that can be overcome with creativity and persistence. When you eliminate excuses, you begin to see these challenges for what they truly are: opportunities to grow, to innovate, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagine. Eliminating excuses also means taking full responsibility for your life. It's tempting to blame circumstances, other people, or even bad luck for why you haven't achieved your goals. But as long as you externalize the reasons for your inaction, you surrender your power. When you act as though there's no time left, you reclaim that power. You stop waiting for conditions to improve or for someone else to provide you with an opportunity. Instead, you create your own opportunities. You take ownership of your journey, recognizing that the only thing standing between you and your goals is your willingness to act. One of the most liberating aspects of eliminating excuses is that it shifts your focus from what you can't control to what you can. You stop fixating on obstacles and start looking for solutions. This mindset shift opens up possibilities you never considered before. When you stop saying, I can't because, and start asking, how can I? You unlock a level of resourcefulness and resilience that can carry you through any challenge. Acting as if you have no time left also forces you to prioritize. Many excuses are rooted in distractions, things that feel urgent but aren't truly important. When you recognize that time is finite, you become more intentional with how you spend it. You stop wasting hours on activities that don't align with your goals and start investing your energy in what truly matters. This clarity not only eliminates excuses, but also accelerates your progress. Perhaps the most powerful way to eliminate excuses is to focus on your why. Why do you want to achieve this goal? What does it mean to you? When your why is strong enough, excuses lose their grip. You realize that no obstacle is greater than your desire to succeed. Acting with urgency means keeping your why at the forefront of your mind, allowing it to fuel your actions and silence the doubts that threaten to hold you back. Ultimately, excuses are a choice. You can choose to let them define you, or you can choose to rise above them. When you act as though there's no time left, you make a conscious decision to stop waiting for ideal circumstances and start creating your own. You embrace the discomfort of action over the comfort of delay, knowing that progress is born from movement. This is how you eliminate excuses, not by waiting for them to disappear, but by refusing to let them control you. Life clarity is the foundation upon which all progress is built. Without it, you wander aimlessly, unsure of your direction, wasting precious time on distractions that don't serve your purpose. Acting as if you have no time left requires an unshakable understanding of what you truly want. When you are clear about your goals, urgency becomes a natural response. You no longer hesitate because the path ahead is well defined, and every step you take feels purposeful. Lack of clarity is one of the biggest reasons people fail to act. It's not that they lack ambition or talent, it's that they don't know where to channel their energy. They spend their days juggling tasks that feel important in the moment, but contribute little to their ultimate dreams. Clarity cuts through this noise. It allows you to see what truly matters, separating the meaningful from the trivial. When you act with clarity, your focus sharpens, and you stop wasting time on activities that don't align with your vision. Knowing what you want is only part of the equation. You must also understand why you want it. Your why provides the emotional fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when obstacles arise. When you're deeply connected to your purpose, procrastination becomes less appealing. There's a fire within you that won't let you rest until you've taken action. This connection between clarity and urgency is powerful because it transforms your goals from abstract ideas into tangible priorities. Clarity also allows you to break your goals into actionable steps. Many people feel overwhelmed by the enormity of their dreams, which causes them to freeze and do nothing. But when you have a clear vision, you can map out a path to get there. You see the small, manageable steps that build toward your bigger picture. Acting as if you have no time left means taking those steps today, without waiting for everything to fall perfectly into place. Each small action reinforces your commitment and builds momentum, turning your dream into reality. Another benefit of clarity is that it eliminates distractions. When you know exactly what you're working toward, it's easier to say no to things that don't serve your goal. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless to-do lists, other people's demands on your time. If you're not clear about your priorities, these distractions can easily pull you off course. You become disciplined, choosing to invest your energy in what truly matters, rather than scattering it across countless meaningless activities. Clarity also strengthens your confidence. When you're uncertain about what you want, doubt creeps in. You question whether you're capable, whether your goals are realistic, or whether you're on the right path. But when you have a clear vision, those doubts lose their power. You know where you're going and why it matters, and this certainty gives you the courage to take bold action. Acting as if you have no time left becomes easier because you trust in your direction and your ability to achieve it. Urgency, fueled by clarity, also creates a sense of accountability. When you know what you want and why it matters, you can no longer make excuses for inaction. You understand that every moment spent not working toward your goal is a moment lost. This awareness pushes you to take responsibility for your progress. You stop waiting for external motivation and start relying on your internal drive to keep moving forward. Clarity is not something you stumble upon by accident. It's something you cultivate. It requires reflection, self-honesty, and a willingness to confront what you truly desire. Sometimes this means letting go of goals that don't resonate with your heart or cutting ties with paths that no longer serve you. Acting as if you have no time left means being brave enough to align your actions with your deepest truths. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. When you embrace clarity, urgency becomes a natural part of your life. You see the value in every moment and understand how it contributes to your greater vision. You stop drifting and start moving with intention. Every decision you make is guided by your purpose, and every action you take propels you closer to your dream. This is the power of clarity. It doesn't just guide you, it ignites a sense of urgency that transforms how you live, work, and achieve. Doubt is the silent adversary that lurks in the shadows of ambition. It whispers that you're not ready, that you're not good enough, or that your dreams are too far out of reach. Left unchecked, doubt can paralyze you, keeping you trapped in a cycle of overthinking and hesitation. But there is one force powerful enough to silence doubt: action. Acting as if you have no time left compels you to move forward despite your uncertainties. And in doing so, you discover the antidote to doubt lies in the very thing it seeks to prevent: action. Doubt thrives on inaction. When you delay, procrastinate, or overanalyze, you give your fears time to grow. Questions like, "What if I fail?" or "What if I'm not good enough?" begin to dominate your thoughts. These doubts feed on your inaction, convincing you that you need more preparation, more information, or more reassurance before you begin. But the truth is, waiting does not reduce doubt. It amplifies it. The longer you wait, the more intimidating the challenge becomes in your mind. Action, on the other hand, disrupts this cycle. When you take even the smallest step toward your goal, you shift your focus from fear to progress. Action generates momentum, and with each step forward, doubt starts to lose its grip. You realize that the fears you once held were largely exaggerated, born out of the unknown rather than reality. By stepping into action, you begin to replace uncertainty with evidence. Evidence that you are capable, resilient, and moving closer to your goals. One of the most transformative aspects of action is that it builds confidence. Confidence is not something you wait to feel before you act. It is something you develop by acting. Each time you take a step, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you are capable of facing challenges and making progress. This growing sense of self-assurance becomes a powerful shield against doubt. It's not about eliminating fear entirely, but about strengthening your belief in your ability to navigate it. Acting as if you have no time left also means embracing imperfection. Doubt often arises from the pressure to get everything right on the first try. You may hesitate to act because you fear making mistakes or falling short of your expectations. But perfection is a myth, and waiting for it only delays your progress. When you accept that mistakes are part of the journey, you free yourself to take imperfect action. Every misstep becomes a lesson, and every lesson brings you closer to mastery. Another way action cures doubt is by shifting your perspective. When you're caught in doubt, your focus is often inward on your fears, limitations, and uncertainties. But action pulls you out of this inward spiral and directs your attention outward. You start engaging with the world, solving problems, and creating opportunities. This outward focus not only diminishes self-doubt, but also opens your eyes to possibilities you couldn't see before. The act of doing, of creating, reveals paths and solutions that overthinking could never uncover. Taking action also helps you break free from the need for external validation. Doubt often stems from worrying about what others will think or seeking their approval before you act. But when you act as if you have no time left, you stop waiting for permission or reassurance. You realize that your dreams are yours to pursue, and no one else's opinions can dictate your path. Action reinforces your independence, showing you that you are the only person who can create the life you desire. The beauty of action is that it doesn't require grand gestures or monumental efforts. It starts with one small step, one phone call, one conversation, one decision. These small actions, when repeated consistently, accumulate into significant progress. The act of starting, even when doubt is present, is often the hardest part. But once you begin, you discover a rhythm, a flow that propels you forward. Doubt diminishes in the face of this momentum, replaced by a growing belief in your ability to achieve what you once thought impossible. When you act as though there's no time left, you stop giving doubt the space to thrive. You move forward not because you have all the answers, but because you're committed to finding them along the way. Each step you take reinforces your resolve, proving to yourself that you are capable of more than your doubts led you to believe. This is how action becomes the cure for doubt, not by erasing fear, but by showing you, through experience, that you have the power to overcome it. Discomfort is an unavoidable companion on the journey to achieving anything meaningful. It often appears as fear, uncertainty, or the physical strain of pushing beyond your limits. Most people avoid discomfort, choosing instead the safety of their comfort zones, where everything feels predictable and manageable. But when you act as if you have no time left, you no longer have the luxury of avoidance. You come to understand that discomfort is not an enemy. It is a sign that you are growing. It is the fire through which you forge strength, resilience, and transformation. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. Every time you stretch yourself toward a goal, you encounter resistance, the discomfort of stepping into unfamiliar territory. This resistance might come in the form of self-doubt, the challenge of learning new skills, or the vulnerability of putting yourself out there. While these feelings may be uncomfortable, they are also evidence that you are moving beyond what you thought possible. Growth demands that you venture into the unknown, where discomfort is not only inevitable but necessary. Discomfort also forces you to confront parts of yourself you might otherwise ignore. It reveals your fears, insecurities, and limiting beliefs, presenting you with an opportunity to overcome them. When you embrace discomfort instead of avoiding it, you learn to see these moments as teachers. They show you where you are holding back and challenge you to rise above your doubts. Acting as though time is running out pushes you to face discomfort head-on, knowing that the lessons it brings are vital to your progress. The willingness to embrace discomfort also separates those who achieve their goals from those who merely dream about them. Success requires action, and action often requires you to step into situations that feel uncomfortable. Whether it's making a difficult decision, risking failure, or putting in the hard work when motivation wanes, the ability to endure discomfort becomes your greatest asset. Each time you choose growth over comfort, you build the mental and emotional strength to handle greater challenges in the future. Discomfort has a way of clarifying what truly matters. When you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, you strip away distractions and excuses. You focus on the task at hand, fully engaged in the process of becoming the person you need to be to achieve your goals. The urgency of acting as if you have no time left sharpens this focus, making you less willing to waste time avoiding what's difficult. Instead, you embrace the discomfort as a necessary step on your path. When you learn to embrace discomfort, you also discover the power of persistence. Growth is not a linear process. It is filled with setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. Discomfort often peaks during these moments, tempting you to give up or retreat. But when you act with the urgency of someone who has no time left, you push through these difficult periods. You recognize that every moment of discomfort is temporary, while the growth it brings is lasting. Over time, your relationship with discomfort changes. What once felt overwhelming becomes manageable, even empowering. You begin to see discomfort as a sign that you are on the right path, a reminder that you are doing the work necessary to reach your full potential. Each moment spent outside your comfort zone expands your capacity to handle challenges, making you stronger, more confident, and more capable of achieving your dream. Discomfort also teaches you the value of presence. When you are uncomfortable, You are fully aware of the moment. You cannot distract yourself or coast on autopilot. This heightened awareness allows you to engage deeply with your actions, making every effort intentional. Acting as if you had no time left amplifies this presence, helping you stay focused on your goals even when the path is difficult. Ultimately, discomfort is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It is a sign that you are alive, growing, and moving towards something greater. Acting with urgency means accepting that discomfort is part of the process and choosing to lean into it rather than shy away. In doing so, you transform it from a barrier into a catalyst, using it to propel yourself toward the life you've always envisioned. The sooner you welcome discomfort as an ally, the sooner you unlock the limitless potential that lies on the other side of your comfort zone. The present moment is the only time you truly have. The past is a memory, the future a mere possibility. Yet so many people live anywhere but in the present. They dwell on past mistakes, replaying what they should have done differently, or they project themselves into the future, anxiously imagining what might go wrong. Acting as if you have no time left forces you to confront this truth. The present moment is where all power resides. It is here and now that your decisions, actions, and focus create the reality you desire. When you embrace the present, you shift your attention from what cannot be changed or predicted to what can be done right now. This awareness liberates you from the weight of regret and the burden of fear. You realize that the energy spent on what was or what might be can be redirected into meaningful action. The urgency of acting as though your time is limited compels you to seize the opportunities that exist in the now. It sharpens your focus, ensuring that each moment is used intentionally and effectively. The present moment is a gift often overlooked because it can feel mundane or unremarkable. People dismiss it, waiting for a better time or ideal circumstances to act. But in reality, every monumental achievement begins in a moment just like this one. When you fully commit to the present, you transform it into the foundation upon which greatness is built. You understand that the actions you take today, however small, ripple outward to shape your future. Harnessing the power of the present also means letting go of the illusion of someday. Too often, people postpone their dreams, telling themselves they will act when they feel more ready, more confident, or more secure. But someday is not guaranteed, and waiting only delays the life you want to create. Acting as if you have no time left eliminates this illusion, replacing it with the understanding that the only time to begin is now. This mindset frees you from hesitation and propels you into action, knowing that even imperfect efforts are better than none at all. Living in the present moment also heightens your awareness of the opportunities around you. When your mind is preoccupied with the past or future, you miss the subtle openings and possibilities that exist in the now. But when you are fully present, you notice the details, the connections, and the chances to move closer to your goals. You become attuned to the flow of life, allowing you to act with precision and purpose. This presence amplifies your ability to make decisions and respond to challenges, ensuring that no moment is wasted. The present moment is also where creativity thrives. When you are not bogged down by regrets or consumed by worry, your mind becomes clear and open. Ideas flow more freely and solutions emerge more naturally. Acting with urgency in the present fosters a mindset of resourcefulness. You stop waiting for ideal circumstances and instead use what you have, right where you are, to make progress. This creativity transforms obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. Harnessing the power of the present also builds resilience. When you focus on what you can do now, you stop being overwhelmed by the magnitude of your goals or the uncertainty of the future. You break your journey into manageable steps, tackling each one with intention and confidence. This approach not only keeps you moving forward, but also strengthens your ability to adapt and persevere. Each moment of presence reinforces your belief in your ability to navigate challenges and stay committed to your vision. When you fully embrace the present, you also deepen your connection with yourself. You stop defining your worth by past failures or future accomplishments, and instead honor who you are in this moment. This self-acceptance empowers you to act boldly and authentically, knowing that your value is not tied to external validation. Acting as if you have no time left, aligning you with your true purpose, allowing you to pursue your dreams with clarity and conviction. Ultimately, the present moment is where transformation occurs. It is the space where you choose to act, to grow, and to create the life you desire. When you harness its power, you reclaim the energy lost to dwelling on the past or fearing the future. You step into your full potential, ready to make the most of every moment, knowing that it is in these moments that your destiny is shaped. The journey to achieving your dreams often seems overwhelming at first glance. The distance between where you are and where you want to be may feel impossibly vast. But the truth is, no great achievement happens all at once. It is the culmination of countless small steps, taken with intention and persistence, that bridges the gap. Acting as if you have no time left compels you to focus on these steps, recognizing their immense power to create momentum and bring your vision to life. Small steps are often underestimated because they appear insignificant in the moment. It's easy to dismiss a single action as inconsequential, convincing yourself that it won't make much of a difference. Yet it is precisely these small, consistent efforts that lead to extraordinary outcomes. Each step is a building block, laying the foundation for what is to come. When you commit to these seemingly minor actions, you set a process in motion that compounds over time, yielding results far greater than you could have imagined. When you act as though there's no time left, you don't wait for perfect circumstances to take the next step. You understand that the perfect time doesn't exist, and progress is made by starting exactly where you are with what you have. This urgency pushes you to take action, however small, rather than waiting for the stars to align. It's not about making monumental leaps every day, but about consistently showing up and doing what needs to be done. These small actions create a ripple effect, turning intentions into reality. Each step forward, no matter how small, builds momentum. Momentum is a powerful force that propels you forward, making the next step feel easier than the last. The energy you generate from taking action carries you through moments of doubt and difficulty. Even when progress feels slow or imperceptible, the act of moving forward keeps you in motion. Over time, this momentum becomes unstoppable, driving you closer to your goals with every action you take. Taking small steps also allows you to break down big goals into manageable pieces. When you focus solely on the enormity of your aspirations, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and unsure of where to start. But when you divide the journey into smaller tasks, each step becomes achievable. Acting as if you have no time left sharpens your focus on these immediate actions, helping you prioritize what matters most. By concentrating on what you can do today, you make steady progress without being paralyzed by the magnitude of the bigger picture. Small steps also teach you the value of consistency. While grand gestures may grab attention, it is the steady, ongoing effort that creates lasting change. Consistency builds discipline, a quality that is essential for achieving long-term success. Acting with urgency reinforces this discipline, as it eliminates the temptation to procrastinate or wait for inspiration. You commit to the process, knowing that each small action brings you closer to your goals, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Moreover, small steps provide valuable opportunities for learning and growth. Every action, no matter how minor, offers feedback that helps you refine your approach. You gain clarity about what works and what doesn't, allowing you to adjust your path as needed. This iterative process not only enhances your skills, but also strengthens your confidence. Each step you take reinforces the belief that you are capable of navigating challenges and overcoming obstacles, no matter how daunting they may seem. Acting as if you have no time left also transforms your relationship with small steps. Instead of viewing them as insignificant, you come to see them as essential. You recognize that every great accomplishment is the result of cumulative effort. Each day, each moment becomes an opportunity to contribute to your success. This mindset keeps you motivated even when progress feels slow, because you understand the power of persistence and the inevitability of results when effort is sustained. Every small step counts, not just because it moves you closer to your goals, but because it transforms you along the way. With each action, you become more resilient, more focused, and more aligned with your vision. You build habits, strengthen your resolve, and develop the mindset needed to sustain success. Acting as if you have no time left inspires you to take these steps with urgency and purpose, knowing that even the smallest effort today can have a profound impact on the life you are creating. Acting as if you have no time left is not about rushing through life or succumbing to pressure. It's about awakening to the profound realization that every moment holds the potential to transform your reality. It's a call to live with purpose, to make bold decisions, and to align your actions with your dreams. By adopting this mindset, you eliminate hesitation, embrace discomfort, and focus on the present as the powerful arena where change happens. The steps you take today, no matter how small, carry the weight of possibility. They are the seeds of your future, planted with intention and nurtured by your persistence. When you approach each day with urgency, you strip away excuses and distractions, allowing your highest self to emerge. You begin to embody the life you desire, taking action not because it's convenient, but because it's necessary. Let this be your reminder. Time is precious, and the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to act now. You are the creator of your destiny, capable of achieving more than you ever imagined. Step forward with courage, knowing that the power to change your life lies not in some distant future, but in the actions you choose to take in this very moment. Live fully, act boldly, and let the urgency of limited time ignite the greatness within you. Right now, in this very moment, something is shaping your reality. Whether you are aware of it or not, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are crafting the world around you. The life you are experiencing today is not a matter of luck, fate, or coincidence. It is the direct result of what you have been dwelling on, what you have been feeling, and what you have accepted as true. If you have been wondering why certain patterns keep repeating, why you feel stuck, or why things are unfolding the way they are, then it is time to wake up to the truth. You are the cause, and your world is the effect. This is exactly what is happening to you right now. Your reality is a mirror of your inner state. This is a powerful and universal law that governs everything in your life. It may seem like a simple concept, but it holds the key to understanding why your life unfolds the way it does. Everything you experience, every situation, person, and circumstance exists as a reflection of what you carry within. If you are not happy with what is happening around you, the first place to look is inside. Think about the times when things didn't seem to go your way, when you felt frustrated, disheartened, or confused. You may have blamed external factors, other people, situations, or even the universe itself. However, what was truly happening in those moments was that your inner state, your thoughts and beliefs, were aligning with the external experiences you encountered. What you believed was possible, what you expected, and what you feared were all contributing to the reality you saw before you. This truth means that your external circumstances, the things you see and interact with, are not random or coincidental. They're not things that just happen to you for no reason. They are a reflection of your inner thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. The relationships you have, the opportunities that come your way, the experiences you go through, all reflect your state of being. If your thoughts are filled with negativity, worry, and fear, your reality will reflect that. You may attract more situations that feel heavy, difficult, or beyond your control. If you are in a place of resentment, frustration, or hopelessness, your world will mirror those feelings by bringing in more experiences that validate them. On the other hand, when you begin to shift your inner state to one of positivity, faith, and love, the world begins to respond in kind. Your reality starts to change, but it begins from within. If you are walking through life with a sense of gratitude, abundance, and confidence, your surroundings will reflect that shift. People will respond to you differently. Opportunities will seem to open up where there were once walls. Challenges will no longer seem as daunting because your perception has shifted to one of empowerment. Your mind is a powerful force, and it operates in a way that the external world has no choice but to reflect what you project within. Think of your thoughts as signals that you are sending out into the universe. Just as a mirror reflects the image in front of it, the universe reflects back the energy you put into it. It cannot help but respond to your inner state, because your state of mind dictates the vibrations you send into the world. If you are constantly thinking about what is wrong with your life, if you are fixating on what you lack, then the universe has no choice but to bring you more of that lack. If your thoughts are focused on problems, on obstacles, and on the things you fear, then your experiences will inevitably align with those very things. It is a law of correspondence. The outer world mirrors the inner one. However, the beauty of this understanding is that you are never stuck in a permanent state. Just as easily as you can feel frustrated and stuck, you can shift to a state of abundance, peace, and confidence. By changing your thoughts and inner beliefs, you can change your experiences. But it requires consistent, conscious effort. It isn't enough to simply think about what you want once in a while. You must immerse yourself in the feeling of having what you desire. You must live from the end result, believing in it fully, as if it has already manifested. Your reality will not change overnight, but once you start to understand that it is a mirror, you will begin to see the signs of change. It will be in the way people respond to you, in the opportunities that begin to appear, and in the new patterns that slowly start to form. You will begin to notice that the external world is simply echoing the internal shift you've made. You will start attracting what you focus on, because the mirror is always reflecting back what you show it. It is important to realize that you are the creator of your reality. No one else is responsible for your experiences but you. This can be a daunting realization for some, but it is also incredibly empowering. You are not at the mercy of circumstances, and you are not bound to live a life dictated by external events. You hold the power to change your inner state, and in doing so, change the world around you. Your dominant thoughts are creating your future. This is a profound truth that everyone must come to understand if they wish to take control of their lives and manifest the reality they desire. Everything that you are experiencing now has been born out of the thoughts you have consistently held in your mind. What you think about most often is what you attract into your life. Your thoughts are the blueprint, and your life is the result of that design. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your experiences. Most people are unaware of the power their thoughts hold over their lives. We are often taught to believe that life happens to us, that external circumstances shape our reality. But the truth is that your external reality is simply a reflection of your internal thought patterns. The thoughts that you entertain most frequently are the ones that dictate the direction your life will take. If you are constantly thinking about what you don't have, what you fear, or what you're lacking, you are essentially programming your future to mirror those thoughts. On the other hand, if your thoughts are focused on what you desire, on abundance, success, and happiness, that is exactly what your future will begin to reflect. The challenge many people face is that they don't consciously choose their thoughts. Thoughts come and go like waves in the ocean, and many people allow their minds to be swept along by whatever thought happens to come up. This lack of awareness leads to negative thinking patterns and self-fulfilling prophecies. When you focus on problems, worries, and doubts, you create a mental environment that attracts more problems, worries, and doubts. Your mind becomes a magnet for what it constantly thinks about. However, when you take control of your thoughts and deliberately choose to focus on what you want, you are actively creating a different future. Thoughts of success, love, abundance, and peace set the stage for those experiences to enter your life. This is because thoughts are not just fleeting abstract ideas. They are energy. Thoughts carry vibrations, and these vibrations attract similar vibrations from the universe. If your thoughts are filled with positivity and expectation, you are vibrating at a frequency that matches the things you desire. The law of attraction, which governs the way the universe works, responds to your dominant thoughts, bringing into your life the experiences, people, and circumstances that match your mental vibrations. The key to harnessing this power lies in the consistency of your thoughts. It's not enough to have a positive thought once in a while and expect your life to change. You must think the thoughts that align with your desires every day, every hour, and every minute. Your mind must be trained to focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. The more you practice thinking positively and aligning your thoughts with your goals, the more your reality will shift to reflect those desires. For many, this is a process that requires patience and persistence. Negative thinking is habitual, and it can take time to break free from old patterns of thought. However, with consistent effort, the mind can be reprogrammed. Just as a muscle grows stronger through exercise, your ability to think positively and focus on your desires grows stronger with practice. The more you reinforce positive thinking, the more automatic it becomes. Eventually, you will find that your mind naturally gravitates toward thoughts that support your dreams and aspirations, rather than doubts and fears. This shift in thinking also has a powerful effect on your emotions. Thoughts and feelings are intricately connected. Your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings influence your thoughts. When you think positively about your life, about your goals, or about the future, you will naturally feel more confident, hopeful, and empowered. This emotional state, in turn, reinforces the positive thoughts and the process of creation. When your emotions align with your thoughts, you send out an even stronger signal into the universe, attracting the things you desire with even more force. It is important to understand that your dominant thoughts are not just random musings. They are an active force shaping your life. If you are dissatisfied with your current reality, it is time to examine the thoughts you are holding on to. Are they thoughts of lack, fear, and struggle, or are they thoughts of abundance, success, and possibility? Whatever you focus on will grow, and it will shape your future experiences. By consciously directing your thoughts toward what you want, you are taking control of your destiny and actively creating a life that aligns with your true desires. Your emotions amplify your manifestations. This concept is absolutely essential when it comes to creating the reality you desire. Thoughts alone are powerful, but when paired with the right emotions, they have the potential to shape your world in ways you might never have imagined. Emotions are the fuel that energizes your thoughts, and together they form the magnetic force that attracts your desires into your life. When you feel strongly about something, whether it's a thought of success, abundance, or love, you are sending out a powerful signal into the universe, one that must eventually be reflected back to you in physical form. It's easy to underestimate the importance of emotions in the manifestation process. Many people believe that simply thinking about something is enough to make it happen. While thoughts are a critical starting point, It is the emotion you attach to those thoughts that gives them the energy they need to materialize. Without emotion, a thought is just a passing idea. It's fleeting and has little power to affect your life. But when you pair that thought with a strong emotional charge, you send out a vibration that reverberates throughout the universe, drawing situations and experiences that match that energy. Think about how you feel when you think about something you truly want, perhaps a dream job, a fulfilling relationship, or financial freedom. When you imagine having these things, how do you feel in your body? Do you feel excitement, joy, relief, or gratitude? These feelings are what propel your desires forward. They are what bring your thoughts to life. On the flip side, when you think about something you fear, such as failure or lack, notice how your emotions change. You might feel anxious, worried, or tense. These negative emotions send out a vibration of lack and fear, which, in turn, attracts more experiences of lack and fear into your life. Emotion acts as a magnifier. It magnifies the thoughts you are holding and accelerates the manifestation process. The stronger the emotion you associate with your desire, the quicker it is likely to show up in your life. If you think about money, for example, but feel a sense of worry or anxiety about it, you are creating a conflict within yourself. You may be thinking about abundance, but your emotional state is one of fear or doubt. This internal conflict will delay your manifestation. However, when you think about money and feel a sense of excitement, gratitude, or joy, you align your emotional energy with your thoughts, creating a clear and powerful signal to the universe that attracts financial abundance. And emotions are also incredibly effective at reprogramming your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is where the majority of your beliefs and thought patterns reside. And it's the part of your mind that controls the outcomes of your life. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It's when you feel something intensely, your subconscious takes that emotional experience as a message that it should make that feeling a part of your reality. For instance, when you experience the emotion of joy and excitement about an upcoming event, your subconscious begins to work on aligning your reality with those feelings. As you repeat this emotional state, your subconscious mind begins to create circumstances that reflect that feeling of joy. What's important to understand here is that emotions can either be used to strengthen your manifestation process or hinder it, depending on the type of emotions you are feeling. Positive emotions, such as love, excitement, gratitude, and joy, fuel your desires and make them grow. Negative emotions, such as fear, doubt, and frustration, hold your desires at bay. These emotions do not align with the energy of what you want. That's why it's crucial to recognize and shift negative emotions as soon as you become aware of them. When you feel fear or doubt creeping in, pause and shift your focus back to positive, empowering emotions that align with your goals. Additionally, your emotional state is contagious. Your energy affects the people around you, and the universe responds to your emotional vibration, bringing you more of what matches your energy. If you are consistently walking through life with an attitude of joy, love, and enthusiasm, you will notice that people respond to you in kind. They will be drawn to your positive energy, opportunities will come your way, and your life will begin to unfold in ways that reflect the emotional energy you are putting out into the world. In the manifestation process, your emotions are just as important as your thoughts. Without the emotional energy to back them up, your desires remain stagnant. It is through emotion that you infuse your thoughts with power, creating a strong magnetic force that attracts what you want into your life. The key is to be mindful of your emotional state, to consciously align your feelings with the reality you want to create, and to remember that the emotions you feel today are shaping the world you will experience tomorrow. Your beliefs shape your perception of reality. This idea is both empowering and eye-opening because it suggests that the way you see the world is not necessarily how it is. It is shaped by the beliefs you hold deep within. Beliefs are the lenses through which you view your life. They are the foundation of everything you experience and dictate how you interpret events, situations, and people. If you believe that the world is a place of scarcity, you will constantly encounter situations that reinforce that belief. If you believe in abundance and opportunity, you will begin to see abundance and opportunity everywhere you go. Your beliefs create a filter that colors every aspect of your life. The most profound aspect of this is that your beliefs are not set in stone. They are not fixed truths. Rather, they are learned and can be changed. Beliefs are formed through repetition, experience, and conditioning. From childhood onward, you have been conditioned to adopt certain beliefs based on the environment around you, the people you interacted with, and the experiences you had. These beliefs have become so ingrained in your psyche that you might not even be aware of them anymore. They operate at a subconscious level, influencing your decisions, actions, and even the way you respond to challenges. If you believe that you are not worthy of success, you may subconsciously sabotage your own progress or reject opportunities that come your way. If you believe that failure is inevitable, you may avoid taking risks or pursuing your dreams. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to become aware of the beliefs you hold and how they are affecting your life. When you understand that your beliefs are influencing the way you experience the world, you empower yourself to make conscious choices about what you choose to believe. If you hold beliefs that are limiting or self-sabotaging, it's possible to challenge and change them. This process of transforming your beliefs is the key to transforming your life. The mind doesn't care whether the belief is positive or negative. It simply accepts whatever belief is most consistent. The key is to begin shifting those beliefs to align with what you truly want. For example, if you believe that financial abundance is out of reach, that belief will continually be reinforced by your actions and the experiences you encounter. However, when you change that belief to one of financial possibility, the universe will begin to show you opportunities, resources, and ideas that align with that new belief. Your actions will shift in accordance with this new belief, and you will find yourself taking steps toward creating wealth that you might never have considered before. Beliefs also determine your level of self-worth. If you believe that you are deserving of the best that life has to offer, you will naturally take actions that align with that belief. You will demand more for yourself and expect to be treated with respect and kindness. On the other hand, if you believe that you are not worthy or that you don't deserve success or happiness, you will act in ways that reflect those beliefs. You may settle for less, make compromises that don't serve you, or avoid taking the necessary steps toward reaching your full potential. It's important to recognize that many of your beliefs are operating on an unconscious level. They are automatic thoughts that have been formed over time. You may not consciously realize that you are holding on to a belief that is limiting you. But once you become aware of this, you can start to challenge it. Ask yourself, is this belief true? Is it serving me? If the belief is not in alignment with the life you desire, you have the power to let it go and replace it with one that empowers you. Reprogramming your beliefs takes time and effort, but it is entirely possible. One powerful method for changing your beliefs is through affirmations. By repeating positive affirmations that challenge your current beliefs, you can gradually rewire your subconscious mind. For example, if you ever believe that success is unattainable, you could begin to repeat affirmations like, "Success is available to me now," or "I am deserving of all the opportunities the universe has to offer." Over time, as you repeat these affirmations with conviction and belief, your subconscious mind will begin to accept these new beliefs as truth. Another powerful way to change your beliefs is by surrounding yourself with positive influences. If you are constantly exposed to negativity, whether it be through the media, people in your life, or your environment, those beliefs will continue to shape your reality. But when you surround yourself with people who believe in abundance, success, and possibility, your own beliefs will start to shift. The energy you absorb from others can be a powerful catalyst for change. Your beliefs are the foundation upon which your entire life is built. They determine how you interpret the world, how you make decisions, and how you respond to challenges. If you want to change your reality, you must first begin by changing the beliefs that are limiting you. You have the power to choose new beliefs, and by doing so, you can transform your life in profound ways. As you shift your beliefs, your reality will shift with them, opening the door to new opportunities, experiences, and successes that align with your true potential. Your words carry incredible power and influence the reality you experience. What you say to yourself and to others is not just a reflection of your thoughts. It is a direct expression of your beliefs and emotions. Your words have the ability to shape your life in ways that go beyond simple communication. When you speak, you are sending vibrations out into the universe that attract experiences and people that resonate with those vibrations. Every word you utter creates a ripple in the world around you, and those ripples return to you in the form of the experiences you encounter. The words you speak are not merely sounds, they are energy. Just as thoughts are energy that form the basis of your reality, words are the physical manifestation of those thoughts. When you speak words that are negative or fearful, you are reinforcing those thought patterns and sending out energy that attracts similar situations into your life. For example, if you constantly talk about how broke you are, how stuck you feel, or how things never work out for you, you are unconsciously attracting more of those experiences. Your words are a reflection of your mental and emotional state, and they work in tandem with your thoughts and feelings to shape your reality. However, when you begin to speak words of empowerment, positivity, and possibility, you send out a different energy. If you start affirming your success, your worth, and your ability to achieve your dreams, you begin to create a new vibration, one that aligns with the reality you desire to manifest. Words of encouragement, gratitude, and joy not only lift your own spirits, but they also set the stage for greater experiences to enter your life. Every time you speak positively about your circumstances, you are affirming that those circumstances are changing for the better. You are telling the universe and your subconscious mind that you are ready for more. The language you use with others is equally important. When you engage in conversations with people, your words contribute to the energy exchange between you. Negative speech, gossip, or complaining not only lowers your own vibration, but also influences the vibrations of those around you. On the other hand, when you speak words of kindness, encouragement, and support, you create a positive energy that uplifts both yourself and others. This positive energy is then returned to you in the form of more supportive people, opportunities, and experiences. The power of words is also evident in the way you speak to yourself. Self-talk is one of the most influential forms of language because it directly affects your self-image and your beliefs. If you continuously speak negatively to yourself, calling yourself names, doubting your abilities, or focusing on your flaws, you are reinforcing the belief that you are unworthy, incapable, or undeserving of success. This kind of self-talk keeps you stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage. However, when you start using words of self-love, encouragement, and confidence, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind and shift your perception of yourself. Your words are a reflection of your inner beliefs, and by changing the way you speak to yourself, you begin to change those beliefs. It's essential to recognize that words are not just the things you say out loud. They are also the things you think. Your inner dialogue is just as powerful as your external conversations. The thoughts you think about yourself, your life, and your future are, in essence, the words you are saying to yourself. These thoughts shape your emotions, your actions, and your experiences. If you think thoughts of doubt, fear, or limitation, you are creating a reality that aligns with those beliefs. But if you think thoughts of possibility, abundance, and success, you are sending out a signal to the universe that attracts those things into your life. One of the most powerful tools at your disposal is the ability to consciously choose your words. Every moment presents an opportunity to affirm your desires and express your intentions through your language. Instead of focusing on what's not working or what you don't want, begin to speak about what you want to create. Rather than saying, "I can't afford that," instead of saying, "I'm so tired and overwhelmed," say, "I am filled with energy and optimism for all that's ahead." By shifting your language in this way, you start to align your words with the life you desire. It's also crucial to be mindful of the words you use when speaking to others. Words can either lift people up or tear them down, and the impact of your speech extends far beyond the immediate conversation. When you speak words of encouragement, understanding, and kindness, you help to raise the energy of those around you. And as you contribute positively to others, you attract that same energy back into your own life. The universe responds to the energy you put out, and the words you speak are a reflection of that energy. In many ways, the words you use are a direct reflection of your internal state. When you speak positively, it indicates that you are feeling good, confident, and aligned with your desires. Conversely, when you speak negatively, it reveals that you are feeling fearful, doubtful, or disconnected from your true potential. By becoming more conscious of the words you use, both internally and externally, you begin to shift your vibrational frequency. Your words are powerful, and when you speak with intention, clarity, and positivity, you create a reality that reflects the highest version of yourself. It is through your words that you call forth the life you desire, and the more consciously you choose those words, the more quickly you will begin to manifest your dreams into reality. Your actions are a reflection of your internal beliefs and emotions. They are the bridge between your inner world and the physical reality you experience. You may have the most positive thoughts and the strongest desires, but if your actions are not aligned with those beliefs and desires, you will struggle to manifest the life you want. This is because actions are the physical expression of your energy and intention. They are the steps you take toward bringing your dreams into existence. If your actions don't reflect your thoughts and emotions, it creates a disconnect between your internal world and the external world, making it harder for your desires to materialize. For example, if you desire financial abundance but continue to spend recklessly or avoid taking steps to improve your financial situation, your actions are contradicting your desire. Even if you believe you are worthy of abundance, your behavior shows a different story. On the other hand, when you take actions that align with your desires, whether it's learning new skills, seeking opportunities, or making smarter financial choices, you begin to match your energy to the reality you wish to create. Your actions send a clear message to the universe that you are ready for what you are manifesting. And as a result, one of the most powerful ways to ensure that your actions align with your beliefs and desires is by taking inspired action. Inspired action is the action that feels right and effortless. It doesn't come from a place of fear, urgency, or scarcity. Instead, it arises from a deep knowing that what you're doing is in alignment with your purpose and goals. Inspired action is intuitive. It's the step you take because it feels like the next logical or energetic move, even if you don't know the exact outcome. When you act from inspiration, the universe supports you in ways you could never have imagined. Things fall into place more easily, and opportunities show up seemingly out of nowhere. This is because you are acting in harmony with your desires, and the universe is responding to that alignment. It's important to note that taking action doesn't always mean moving at a fast pace or taking huge leaps forward. Often, the smallest steps you take can have the greatest impact. Consistent, small actions that are in alignment with your goals can compound over time, creating momentum that leads to significant change. For example, if you want to improve your health, taking one small action each day, such as drinking more water, eating a healthier meal, or getting some exercise, adds up to major results. These small, consistent actions show the universe that you are serious about your goals, and it begins to bring you more of the same energy. One of the keys to successful manifestation is maintaining a balance between action and patience. While it is crucial to take inspired action, it is just as important to remain patient and trust the process. Sometimes the universe requires you to take a step back and allow things to unfold naturally. If you try to force things to happen too quickly or act out of desperation, it can create resistance and delay the manifestation process. Trust that everything is happening in divine timing, and that your actions are contributing to the unfolding of your desires, even if you can't see the full picture yet. In addition to inspired action, another essential aspect of aligning your actions with your desires is taking ownership of your choices. You are the creator of your life, and every decision you make either brings you closer to or further from your goals. When you take responsibility for your actions and stop blaming external circumstances, you step into your personal power. You recognize that you are the one who decides what your life looks like. You control the direction of your journey, and every choice you make either supports your growth or detracts from it. For instance, if you find yourself stuck in a negative situation, it's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others or feeling like you have no control. However, when you take ownership of your choices, you acknowledge that you have the power to change your circumstances. You can choose to take different actions, shift your mindset, or change your approach. By doing so, you move from a place of victimhood to a place of empowerment. When you take control of your actions, you are taking control of your destiny. Your actions also serve to reinforce your self-belief. When you take steps toward your goals, no matter how small, you are proving to yourself that you are capable of achieving what you desire. Each action you take builds your confidence and strengthens your belief in yourself. This is especially true when you take bold or courageous actions that challenge your comfort zone. Stepping into the unknown and taking risks shows you that you can handle whatever comes your way. As your confidence grows, your actions become more aligned with your dreams, and you begin to see more positive changes in your life. In the process of manifestation, action is not just about doing, it's about being in alignment with your highest self. When your actions are a reflection of your deepest desires, beliefs, and emotions, they are like a magnet that pulls your dreams toward you. It's a combination of your thoughts, emotions, words, and actions that creates the energy necessary for manifestation. Each element works in harmony to bring your desires to light. When your actions align with your vision, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what you have asked for, and the universe will respond by bringing your desires into your experience. Your actions are the proof of your belief. When you act in accordance with your desires, you show that you trust in your ability to create the life you want. So remember that every step you take, no matter how small, is an important part of the manifestation process. Keep taking inspired action and trust that the universe is aligning everything in your favor. The environment you surround yourself with plays a crucial role in shaping your reality. It is not just the physical space you occupy, but also the people, energy, and influences that surround you that affect the course of your life. Your environment serves as a mirror, reflecting back the energy and beliefs you project into the world. In many ways, your surroundings can either elevate or hinder your progress, depending on the energy they carry. Just like the other aspects of manifestation, creating an environment that aligns with your desires is essential for attracting the life you want. The people in your life are one of the most significant components of your environment. Whether they are family, friends, colleagues, or acquaintances, the energy they bring into your life has a profound effect on your vibration. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or criticism, it becomes much harder for you to maintain a high vibrational state. On the other hand, being in the company of positive, supportive, and uplifting individuals can help to raise your energy and keep you focused on your goals. The people you associate with influence your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. If you are in an environment that nurtures your growth, you are more likely to step into your power and move closer to your desires. It is essential to evaluate the people you spend time with. Are they supportive of your dreams? Do they encourage you to be your best self, or do they limit your potential? If you find that certain relationships are draining or toxic, it may be time to set boundaries or distance yourself from those individuals. You are not obligated to remain in environments that do not serve your highest good. Instead, seek out people who share your vision, who inspire you, and who believe in your potential. When you align yourself with individuals who have a positive outlook on life and who support your ambitions, you create a space where your dreams can thrive. In addition to the people you surround yourself with, your physical environment also plays a significant role in the energy you attract. The space you live and work in carries its own vibration, and it is important to ensure that your environment reflects the life you are trying to manifest. Clutter, chaos, or a lack of order can create a sense of overwhelm and block the flow of energy in your life. A clean, organized, and harmonious environment, on the other hand, allows positive energy to circulate freely, helping you to stay focused and inspired. When your surroundings are in alignment with your goals, it becomes easier to focus on your desires and take the necessary actions to bring them to fruition. One of the most powerful ways to create an environment that supports your manifestation is through the use of intention and energy. Before entering any space, take a moment to set an intention for the energy you want to bring into that space. Whether it's your home, office, or any other place you spend time, infuse it with the energy of success, peace, and abundance. You can do this by visualizing the space filled with positive energy, using affirmations, or placing objects that symbolize your desires in key areas. By intentionally setting the energy of your environment, you are creating a space that reflects the life you are trying to create. Another aspect of environment that often goes unnoticed is the media and content you consume. The information you allow into your mind shapes your beliefs and perceptions of the world. If you are constantly consuming negative news, fear-based media, or content that does not align with your goals, it can lower your vibration and reinforce limiting beliefs. Instead, choose to consume content that empowers you, educates you, and uplifts your spirit. Whether it's books, podcasts, videos, or social media, be intentional about what you allow into your consciousness. Surrounding yourself with positive and inspiring content will help you stay aligned with your desires and keep your energy elevated. Your environment also includes the physical habits and routines you create for yourself. If you wake up every morning feeling rushed, stressed, or uninspired, it can set the tone for the rest of your day and lower your vibrational frequency. On the other hand, if you create a morning routine that nurtures your body, mind, and spirit, you are starting your day with positive energy. This can include activities such as meditation, gratitude practice, journaling, exercise, or simply taking a moment to set your intentions for the day. When you create a daily routine that supports your goals and aligns with your desires, you are setting yourself up for success. Nature can be a powerful source of positive energy. Spending time outdoors in natural environment can help to recharge your energy and reconnect you with your inner peace. Nature has a grounding effect, helping to clear your mind and bring you into a state of alignment. If you feel overwhelmed or stuck, take a walk in a park, spend time by the ocean, or simply sit in a garden. Nature has a way of restoring balance and helping you reconnect with your true self. When you make time for nature, you are also making time for the clarity and inspiration that can guide you toward your dreams. As you work on manifesting your desires, remember that your environment is not a passive force. It is an active participant in the process. The energy you bring into your environment, the people you associate with, the content you consume, and the routines you create all contribute to the vibrational frequency you emit. By consciously choosing an environment that supports your desires, you are creating a powerful foundation for manifestation. The more aligned your environment is with your goals, the easier it becomes to attract the life you want. By shaping your surroundings with intention, you invite the energy of your dreams to flow into your life, and the universe responds in kind. In conclusion, everything that is unfolding in your life right now is a direct reflection of the energy, beliefs, and actions you are putting forth into the world. From your thoughts to the people you surround yourself with, to the actions you take, and even the environment you create, each element plays an integral part in shaping your reality. The power to manifest your desires is always within you. The key lies in aligning your inner world with the outer world you wish to create. By mastering your thoughts, emotions, actions, and environment, you open the doors to endless possibilities and begin to draw in the life you truly desire. As you move forward, remember that you are the creator of your own destiny. The universe responds to the energy you emit, so ensure that your energy aligns with your dreams, your goals, and your highest potential. When you act with intention, confidence, and alignment, the universe cannot help but respond with opportunities, abundance, and success. Trust in the process, trust in your power, and know that everything you desire is already on its way to you. The journey of manifestation is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment. Stay grounded in your belief, keep moving forward, and watch as your reality begins to shift in ways you never imagined possible.